Kendric Lamar's Super Bowl performance is going viral because palm colors thought that it wasn't that exciting for them, and they're just talking about it on today's discussion. Now, in today's video, we have this older palm color woman that seems like she's not even in a good condition to be talking about sensitive issues, and yet she went online to spark this discussion. Just talking about how much it was racially discriminatory because Kendrick Lamar performed the way he did. I don't know, maybe she just didn't like Uncle Sam, or she just didn't like his crew and his dancers. I just don't really know. But is it the entitlement of this palm color woman, or what do you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section and let us just have this conversation. Now, on today's episode, we have sisters and brothers from the Black community that are going to be reacting to this older palm color woman's video. So let's get to hear out what they think about her video, and afterwards, we're going to break it down.
Can't believe how racist halftime was. Black people complain about the fact that white people...
This lady has an entire heart monitor on her chest, and she is worried about what black people do, where they perform, how they perform, or whatever it is she's worried about. This just proves the point that for race people, they will forego their own physical well-being to spite black people.
Can you imagine if they had a white singer on there that had all white dancers?
We don't have to imagine it. It's something that legitimately happens even till this day. We had a whole campaign called Oscars So White because black people and people of color in general weren't being honored at the Oscars, and they were putting out work that was substantially better than the people that actually won the awards.
My black girlfriend called me and went, "That was the most racial shit I've ever seen in my entire life." And who...
That did not happen, please.
Can't...
Whole time I'm sitting here talking shit about Kendrick's performance, who you know doing a political piece in front of the president's face? Who you know has a black man, Samuel L. Jackson, as Uncle Sam? Who you know is performing in front of the biggest American audience and has the Palestine and Sudan flag up in the sky? Yeah. Chatter away. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a crap.
So one more thing about the halftime show. I love the part, probably my most favorite part other than the Say Drake, was when he said 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. That's for all the people that weren't listening. And just in case you have not ever thought about who he meant by they not like us, some of the theys that are not like us look like us. Oh yeah, I'm seeing the discourse from some people who look like us, and they are the definition of not all skin folk or kinfolk. Yeah, they not like us either. Some people who look like you, they not like us. And I'm loving all the white people who are so angry about, you know, all the red, white, and blue, because, you know, they hate when black people claim America, because we can't claim America without calling them out because they've intertwined themselves so much. But also they don't like that they're not the center of attention. You weren't the target audience.
The way that I levitated at that entire Super Bowl performance, number one, it was black. It was just like, it was black to actually prove a point. I don't need to say anything else besides that. It was black to prove a point. But when I saw Serena Williams crip walking to Not Like Us, my spirit left my body. Like, it literally just, it popped out. The scream that I let out, I jumped in the air and screamed. It's an incredible night for America. It really is.
My honest opinion on Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Say Drake. This man said that with his whole chest and looked at the camera and smiled. He won the beef, swept the Grammys with the diss track, and got the whole Super Bowl crowd filled with rich people, celebrities from all around the world, and the president of the United States singing A minor. Drake fans, y'all ain't got nobody to blame but Drake. He should have won the beef. Kendrick had Samuel L. Jackson dressed up as Uncle Sam, looking like something straight out of a Spike Lee movie, saying that you need to get the crowd right. SZA showing off them vocals because, man, you listen, I love me some SZA. I'm not gonna lie. She did her damn thing. As far as the performance go, the performance was good. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Was it the best Super Bowl performance of all time? No. But to come out and just say it's not entertaining because you're a Drake fan, that's just straight up hating. You're just a hater. But Kendrick Lamar did his thing. But I think he dropped some freestyles and some unreleased music, and it sounded really good. So I hope he dropped those soon. Him rapping in the middle of the flag just felt like Black America to me. I don't know why. Had Serena Crip walking to the beat. I know that boy's sick. Why are you like this? And there are still people mad that Lil Wayne didn't perform. And my rebuttal to them is, did you watch the pregame show? They brought out a bunch of locals from New Orleans. They had the marching bands out there. They had some jazz musicians. They had an all-female band that was really good. Master P was out there. I mean, they showed a lot of love to the music that's in NOLA. Showed tremendous love and support to the tragedy that happened on New Year's Eve. Now, should Lil Wayne have performed the halftime show? I don't think so. I think this was the right choice. Coming off his victory over hip-hop's biggest rapper. So, yeah, this was the right choice. Lil Wayne fans, you got nobody to blame but Drake. He should have won the beef. I had a great time watching it. It was a rap concert, and he did a lot more than I expected he was going to do. He had dance choreography, symbolism, and the tracks flowed. It was 1,000 times better than that weekend performance, I'll tell you that.
I'll be honest, I love the Super Bowl show. It had so much information, and those that know. Those that don't, it wasn't for you. Those that grew up and understand, I just felt like if my grandmother was here to sit and to watch and to understand how hard and what they sacrificed to get us there. And for him to subliminally say it and to say it to your face. We're not always able to, in spaces, to be able to say things that we need to say and speak for who we need to speak for. And so that happened tonight in America.
I can't get the image of Sam lying on that bar table.
Okay, last night's halftime show was the most American halftime show you can ever want to see. Okay, and if you don't understand that, then you don't understand the history of America and the history of black people in America. Because if you did understand it, then you would understand that black people in America have always used their artistry to convey a larger social message to the wider population outside of the black community. And we've always used our artistry to send messages, going all the way back to the days of slavery when they were singing Negro spirituals, basically helping the runaway slaves, telling them which route to take along the Underground Railroad. You had Leadbelly talking about stay woke when you go down south. You had Billie Holiday talking about strange fruit, about the lynchings. James Brown, Black and I'm Proud. You had, Marvin Gaye. You had Stevie Wonder. All of that goes into the history of black people telling a story of their time and the injustices that are going on in their time. And that is what Kendrick Lamar did last night. Tell the story of what's going on in his time right now. Now, Maga is gonna say, well, I wasn't entertained. Well, your entertainment wasn't the point. Educating was the point. Conveying a message to a wider audience was the point. But see, those are conversations that many of you are not ready to have, because what you want is to have the conversations around basically how can I be comfortable holding on to my white identity and my white privilege and not come across as being an oppressor and a colonizer. You can't. Okay? If you want that, then you should go talk to black conservatives. They'll make you feel good about that. That is what they do. So just remember, what you saw last night was keeping with the tradition of black people spreading a message beyond the black community to the wider community. Some of y'all got it. A lot of y'all got it. But those of you who are still clinging to guns and your Bibles and your white sheets and your MAGA caps, you will never understand. You will never get it. You will always see America as a white Christian nation for white Christians only. And that's on you. It is not the job of black people in black America to fix white people in America. Okay? And if white America truly wanted to fix this race problem in America, they would have done it centuries ago. So Until white people fix white people, they'll still be having this conversation 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 years from now.
All right, now those are some of the videos that we had for you on today's episode, and the amount of palm colors that were just turning off their TVs, and the excuse they're giving is that Kendrick Lamar told us. You know, like imagine, they're just saying that, oh, we saw that moment where he said just turn off the TV and we just turned it off. And the other video that I just watched about this palm color man that was crying, I hope you watched that TikTok video where he was saying it should have been Drake and he was crying and the girlfriend was just comforting him. That is just so sad. Now let me just get to the comments of what people think about Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl, and we're gonna have a breakdown on some of the symbolism of the lyrics and what he might have meant. All right, now the first comment that we have is, I am a high school English teacher and I am planning on analyzing it with my students. Okay, so this teacher is planning on analyzing the event and the performance by Kendrick Lamar. Wow, even teachers are analyzing it. That's how much impact. That is why somebody was comparing him to Shakespeare. And the other comment says, one that I missed but Tarot Talk caught was one of the people on the street lamps were laid out, so his shadow looked like the tarot card, the Hanged Man. All right, so that's apparently a symbolism in the video that some people were spotting. Then the other one says, I am going to this amazing genius Super Bowl performance when I teach my students about symbolism, metaphors, propaganda, and how to decipher poetry perfect. So this is also a teacher who is saying that they're going to use the Super Bowl performance by Kendrick Lamar to teach their students about how to properly tell a poetic story. So apparently they are some sort of literature teacher or something. And the other one says, I interpreted. Okay, so everybody is just talking about how much there's a lot of symbolism in it. Okay, so this one says, I interpreted right time, wrong guy criticism or populism, but wrong direction, far right Trump, and also an acknowledgement that Lamar was the wrong guy to message because he wouldn't filter. All right, so now this is just talking about the lyric of being at the right time and the wrong guy, but the right place and all that. I guess, yeah, that explanation just narrows it down to that. And the other one says, and they did pick the right person. It was brilliant. And the other one says, you are so well spoken. Bless your heart. All right, so let's get into some of the lyricism and the symbolism behind those lyrics. In fact, before we even just get to that, I just want you to leave your own thoughts down in the comment section, and also just try to tell us some of your own thoughts as we carry on with this. The first one that we have for you is Uncle Sam being depicted as Samuel Jackson. So this was used in the 19th century as a depiction of American personification. So America was being personified as this man known as Uncle Sam, and we see Uncle Sam as Samuel Jackson. He was a representation of American pride and patriotism, and the way he came out and just was talking to Kendrick Lamar also represents that as well. So, but also propaganda when it came to recruitment and war. So Uncle Sam was also a representation of propaganda when it came to recruitment and the side of war. When it comes to accuracy, Kendrick could have easily chosen a palm color man to play Uncle Sam. Now, he could have chosen a white man to play Uncle Sam because the personification of America was portrayed by white people. But the reason why he uses a black man, and Samuel Jackson for that matter, is because there are some black people in the black community that just support the Trump train and palm color superiority. And Kendrick Lamar was kind of like just showing that it's not all the time when this superiority comes from white people, but it also comes from black people that have been submerged into the palm color culture in the American dream. So Jackson was playing this role as he did in Django as Uncle Tom, and in the movie he was in love with a palm color slave owner. So it's kind of like a double entendre when you look at it, because Uncle Tom's within culture, especially black culture, as a black man, he is obedient to the palm color supremacy, and as much as he's black, right, he's portraying that as Uncle Sam. He's portraying the supremacy of palm colors. So it's a clear depiction. They are not like us. It doesn't matter what your skin tone is. And then also going to welcome to the Great American Game is a double entendre because we're obviously watching the Super Bowl. Yeah, but he's talking about the game that is America and being black in America. And so to start his performance, Kendrick is standing on top of a 1987 Bauk a Grand National GNX, which is also his album name GNX. And not only that, this also is a clear representation of his upbringing in Compton, but also the car culture in Compton as well. So he starts his performance with a freestyle where he talks about no hugs and no handshakes. This is to portray that he's not here to play or being nice. He's just here for business. I think that represents the political climate that we're in, where is there no time or no room for niceness right now. Either you get it done right now, or you are not gonna, like, it's just all that seriousness. So Kendrick Lamar says the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time but the wrong guy, which is a play off of Juice Scott Heron's The Revolution Will Not Be Televised song, which was a critic on the American media, saying that they only focus on propaganda, consumerism, and entertainment. But in order for real change, people had to step out of their homes or comfort zone, right, for liberation, to protest for freedom. And this is exactly what Kendrick Lamar is bringing in this, right? You have to be actively involved in order to fight for justice. So with Kendrick saying the revolution will be televised, you chose the right time but the wrong guy. He's saying that you chose the perfect person for his performance. The timing couldn't be more perfect. So Kendrick then performs Squabble Up, and before he could even finish the song, Samuel Jackson comes and says, no, 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 no. So he's here to interrupt him, saying that it's too ghetto, too loud. Do you really know how to play the game? So this just shows you how black people have been conditioned to listen to palm colors because Samuel Jackson is Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam is a representation of America being personified. So which is that black people should be docile, like you should only listen, right? Black people should be quiet. Black people should be grateful for the scraps that they're getting. And playing the game goes back to being obedient. So Kendrick Lamar then performs Humble, Be Humble, Sit Down with his dancers dressed as the American flag and the division between the flag to just show the chaos in the American culture right now. But what do you think about some of those symbolisms in the lyrics and the performance that we saw by Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl and the halftime? Leave your own thoughts down in the comment section, and let me just know that whether you think I nailed it or at least I tried with the symbolism. I'll see you on the next one. Signing off, and take care. And don't forget to go watch the Super Bowl if you never did. It's gonna be worthwhile.